Hey guys, this is very so thanks about tutoring. Today we're looking at this paper 2 calculus slash integration question. It's not super difficult, but it's a good question to test your understanding of derivatives and of integrals and of the constant of integration, that plus c. So yeah, I thought it would be good practice. So the first part is pretty simple. It tells us to integrate this. Now, quick reminder, when you differentiate, for example, x to the n, what you do, well, you multiply by the power, so that becomes n, and you minus 1, right? But integration is the opposite of differentiation. So what do you do here? Well, you add 1 to the power. So if we were to integrate x to the n, you add 1 to the power and you divide by that new power. And so you get x to the n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. That's for any x. So if we rewrite this, I think in a more helpful way, we can say that this is 6x to the 1 plus 7x to the 0 dx. And so if we apply the same thing, so if we add 1 here, but then divide by 1 plus 1 is 2, what we're going to get is 3x squared plus, and then add 1, divide by 1 plus 7x. And don't forget that cheeky constant of integration plus c. So that's the answer. If you want to double check, if you differentiate this, you should get the same thing. So we're all good. Now it tells us that given that this derivative f prime of x is equal to 6x plus 7, note that this and this are the same, and that f of 1.2 equals 7.32, find f of x. So we know that f of x is the integral of the derivative of f of x. Right? Because if you differentiate but then you integrate, because they're opposites, you actually get the same thing. It's the same as if you divide by 2 and then multiply by 2, you actually end up with the same number. So what's the integral of 6x plus 7? Well, guess what? We just did that bit. It's a nice question. So we found that to be 3x squared plus 7x plus c. But they've given us an initial condition. Well, not initial, but they've given us a condition. Now 1.2 is equal to 7.32. That's equal to 3 times 1.2 squared plus 7 times 1.2 plus c. So it's a paper 2, so we can use our calculator. So let me pull up my calculator. So 3 times 1.2 squared, 3 times 1.2 squared plus 7 times 1.2, that's going to be 12.75 plus c. So c is going to be the 7.32 minus that, which is minus 5.4. And so the final answer for f of x is 3x squared plus 7x minus 5.4. There you go. Maybe underline your answer, put it in a box, up to you. Make it clear that that's your final answer. So yeah, hopefully this was a bit of nice practice. It's just nice sort of revisiting these derivatives and integrals and what it means and how they're opposites of each other, and the plus c of integration and initial conditions. They're all, once you get them, you can work with them, but it's sometimes you just need to check that you fully understand what these concepts mean. If you want to go maybe in a bit more into what the integration, constant of integration is, feel free to head over to Thinks About Tutoring. You can grab a tutor there. I'm sure I'll be more than happy to sort of help you get to grips with the basic ideas of calculus, specifically integral calculus. I don't really want to go into that now. This is more about the exam practice. But yeah, you can go over there, go to thinksabouttutoring.com. It's very easy to get to sort of set up your timetable, figure out when you would like lessons. It's very flexible. So yeah, I'll be making more of these videos. Yeah, see you guys soon.